Hey dudes and chicks, and neither if those rules don't apply to you, welcome to Make It For Last Time. My name is Katie. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison of all of my blurples. So I did my hair this color. I'm toying with the idea of growing my hair out. As you guys may or may not know, I have naturally curly hair. And so I went to color it a color that would be like a good transition, that I didn't have to do the roots, that would still look good with my curls and move into fall gracefully, right? And I'm not really in love with this color. I actually feel like it's a little too dark. It makes me look a little old. And you guys probably can't tell because I did my makeup in such a way that kind of counters that. And so if you guys are curious to find out what blurple that I have in my collection is the best blurple, or how I got this look, or if you just want to hear some of the shit that comes out of my fucking mouth because you just never know what I'm going to talk about, then hang out. Not wearing any face makeup. I just basically put a little bit of taupe in my brows, and we're just gonna go and do this. So I'm going to prime my eyes with my P. Louise primer in Room 2. So I'm not really like comparing, like, you know, I'm not gonna use like the same brushes. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna kind of test out my blurples and see how it goes. Okay, so there's basically two categories of blurples in my collection. I have deeper blurples and lighter blurples. And so in the category of the lighter blurples, I feel like I have the Sugarpill Fun Size palette in the color 8-bit is a very light blurple, which won't really match my hair, and then the color Spooky is borderline. It's almost too purple. It almost didn't make the cut. This is obviously on the bluer side of blurple, and so I really wanted to nail it with the matching of this color. And honestly, we're all wondering what fucking blurple is the best, aren't we? I mean, I can't be the only one that wants to know. Blurples are really difficult to get. Okay, and then I have Spirit from the Alma palette from Amy Loves Makeup and Amy Hearts Beauty. And those are the three light blurples that I have. Then for the brighter blurples, I have Exoplanet from Kaleidos. And honestly, I feel like that was famously difficult for people to work with, but I didn't have any problems with it. And I don't know if it's the way that I applied it or what. Then I have Blue Monday in my Blue Blood palette. And then in my Abh Norvina, I've got C3 and B2. And I think it was B2 that, oh man, I had so much fucking problems with this that it made me hate ABH, how much problems I had with it. So the final, and what I'm hoping will be, not maybe the winner, but what I really like about it is that the Wahala 2 palette has a whole, right? They've got Fury, Wicked, and Dream, and they're all really blurple. So I feel like, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna start with the darker ones first, because I really wanna get a look that's like fierce and amazing. So I think I'm gonna start with Blue Monday from the Blue Blood palette. And I'm gonna use my Voldemorphy JH32, and I'm just gonna, not sure if I've ever used this color or not. Hopefully this one sucks, huh? It's a really nice color. It matches my hair perfectly. I can already tell it sucks. In my humble opinion, if you have to dip into a color this fucking fierce 3 times just to get any payoff, it's not the one. Maybe I'm using the wrong brush. And I'm just dragging this through my crease, getting it above my brow bone. I mean, obviously the color matches my hair fucking famously. But to tell you the truth, I feel like I'm working so hard to get it to apply that I just want to stop right here. There's no way this can be the best one. As I've said before, this color is like a famously difficult color. Like, it's always difficult. Oh my God, that Abh Norvina video that I did, I'll link it in the cards for you guys. I'm gonna kind of just start pulling this up. I'm gonna just take my Zoeva 234 and I'm just gonna start packing this on the lid. Maybe I should have done that in the first place. That looks amazing. You guys know me, I don't really know how to wear one color, so I'm just kind of screwing around here, but I would be lying if I said this Blurple doesn't even make it in the running. Like, I would be lying if I didn't even mention it. Just bear with me. I like that. And then I'm going to get rid of this, which is what I should have done in the first fucking place. I should have never used that. And I'm going to go in with my Voldemorphe M506, another tyrannical brand. And there's no additional product on here. I'm just kind of pulling this up and lifting everything that's sagging, getting above my brow bone, diffusing. And then I'm just going to kind of run this under my lower lid. I did give this a little dippy poo. That's not bad. As I'm looking at this palette, it just looks less and less desirable to me. Now I'm going to use the Abh Norvina, and I'm just going to take these brushes and kind of wipe that off. And I'm going to wipe this Voldemorphe M506. And then I'm going to, off camera, put on my P. Louise primer, and I'll be right back. And I'm going to start with number C3, the darker one, and I'm just going to start packing this on the lid like I did. Oh, see, that's pretty fucking good, actually. So this is obviously like a darker color, which would be great for like a, you know, deep in the crease. And then let's kind of just take a look at what this one looks like. This is B2. That's a lot more purple than Blurple, I feel like. But let's just see what happens when we kind of... Well, I definitely like the shape of this one better because I didn't fuck around in the beginning like I did with that other one. It seems like the Blue Blood one is like definitely a mix of these two shades in one. I feel like the Blue Blood one is much brighter and this one's a little more navy, the darker color, the C3. I'm going to go back into C3 with this M506. If you guys notice, I'm not going all the way up to my brow bone. I feel like what happens for me, when I go all the way to the brow bone, if you don't go all the way to the brow bone, it seems like you don't actually need as much dimension. When you go all the way to the brow bone, you have to make it look super snatched, right? Like, for a lack of a better word. If you go all the way to the brow bone, you'll look like a fucking idiot if you don't have it like really perfected and blended and dimensional and artistic and creative. That isn't necessarily true, but that's just my truth. That's how I feel when I am wearing makeup. If my eye makeup looks like perfection, like a work of art, then I don't feel like it looks so fucking crazy if it's all the way to the brow bone. I feel like all the way to the brow bone is what is kind of, it's risky. I'm not trying to say like, look at me right now. I look crazy as fuck, but you know what I mean. You guys rarely see me do this side. This side right here always gives me a rash and a shit. Okay, so this is the ABH, this is the Jeffree Star. The Jeffree Star is kind of taking it right now as it sits, just because it's brighter and just like definitely a cooler color. Cooler, not like temperature-wise. But like, hey man, that's so cool. I think I'm gonna do these lighter ones. I'm gonna go in with my Made by Mitchell ME3, and I'm gonna go into 8-bit. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. This is the first time I've ever actually used this palette. Ooh, I really like that. I'm gonna use the Jessup 234, and I'm just gonna pack some of this on the lid. And then I'm just gonna go back in and I'm just gonna continue to build this. I would say this is actually a pretty true blurple. Like, this is actually really blue. Like, almost cornflower blue. So I just feel like that's kind of the deciding factor. I have a lot of purples that are on the bluer side. Obviously, you guys know I have so many fucking purples, I don't even know what to do with them. I only chose Blurples that were so close to blue that they almost look like cornflower blue for the lighter ones. Ooh, I love that. Okay, and now I'm going to prime my other eye with P. Louise Primer in Numero 2, and I'm going to go into Spooky from the It's Freakin' Bats palette. No, I can already tell I actually like the color of this better. Yeah, this is definitely more blurple than the 8-bit. Can you guys see the difference? Ooh, I like that a lot. In terms of my goal, if the goal, it depends on what your goal is. My goal is to match my hair. As far as like matching my hair, this one definitely matches better. And I didn't have any trouble with that at all. It's actually a lot more pigmented than the 8-bit. It blended really nicely. I don't know if you guys remember, I had trouble with this color when I used this palette in the last video. I'll link it in the cards. And that has a lot of dimension from just one color. How do I look? I think it looks cute. And it does match my hair really well. Yeah, I like that a lot. So I guess I'm gonna remove this 8-bit. Let's see what this color Spirit does. I know, I'm using all the brands that we're supposed to hate. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Alma palette and I'm gonna use Made by Mitchell ME3, and I just kind of wipe my brush off. I'm pretty sure that I used this color in the video that I did. I might have even done a 3 looks with this palette. I fucking love this palette. I'll tell you guys something right now about hair colors. There is no hair color that you can't make work if you own it. And on top of that, there is no hair color that you can't make look amazing with the right makeup. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be like that. This is an amazing color. I just don't, it's too dark for me. It's too close to my natural color. I can't really see much of a difference, frankly. Let's see. Okay, this one is a little more purple, but I mean, maybe it'll, and honestly, I feel like it matches my hair a little better because it looks a little darker right now, but let's just wait and see because my primer might not have been set all the way. I really like both of these, so definitely something that I can wear to make my hair look better. I don't know if I'm the only person that does this, but you know, if you ever like come off with a color in your hair that's a great color, but you just don't really care for it on you, which doesn't happen to me very often. Whenever you come up with a color, all of my vivid people, go through your makeup collection and find every palette that you have that has that color in it and wear it, right? And that gives you a reason to wear all that makeup that you like are like, oh, I need to shop my stash. Oh, I need to pull this palette out. Motherfucker, I'll tell you right now, you fucking dye your hair a color you don't like and your ass will be fucking digging up the oldest shit and being like, oh, I love this palette. Okay, I loved both of those. In fact, I loved all three, but I did like the It's Freaking Bats and the Alma a little bit better. I have two left. Exoplanet from the Kaleidos Escape Pod palette. Every time I've tried to do my makeup without primer, which has only been like twice, it's worked just fine. So I don't even know. I know that I feel like if you have intricate colors and a lot of blending, primer helps. But if you're just gonna do a one and done, who fucking cares? It might keep you in the crease a little better, but who knows? Maybe it'll make the creasing worse. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Exoplanet. I think I'm just gonna continue to use this ME3 and just wipe it off. So this color isn't quite as deep as the other colors. It's kind of a mid-tone blurple. It really doesn't, ooh. Oh shit. I'm just gonna kind of stamp this on here just because it's a really good time. I kind of got a little bit of bullshit going on in the crease, but you want to know what? That's no fault of this. It's just because I'm sitting here screwing around. Fucking the dog and selling the pups. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I fucking love this. Look at that pigment. It just like laid right on, even with this fluffy brush. Didn't people have problems with this color too? I feel like in the video, I did a video and didn't have any problems with this color. But I felt like this color was problematic for a lot of people. And okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna tap off the brush and I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna try to get this blend because I feel like that's what the problem with that people were having was they couldn't get a blend. And so the thing about it is like I am having a hard time getting a blend right now, but I'm not really trying to get a blend because I don't want to go all the way to the brow. So God, my fucking eyes are sore. Oh, okay. I just need to pull back the other way. Yeah, I can see how that it was a little bit difficult to blend. I think when I used it, I didn't blend it as much because I used it with an opposing color, so I tried not to blend it. And it is giving me a little bit of shit trying to blend that. Like, you can see that spot right there, but I mean, honestly, like, it's doing exactly what I want it to do. I didn't really want to try to blend out that edge anyway, so if it wouldn't have even done that if I wouldn't have just been checking, you know what I mean? So, dude, honestly, this is probably my favorite so far. It's a little patchy. Okay, you just can't go in all fucking crazy like Desperado and shit, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go in on the bottom and see what happens here. See what happens here. I swear to God, you guys get to see all the stupid things that I used to just keep to my closest friends. Okay, the other thing is I feel like my eyes are a little bit sticky. Like, they feel sticky right now just from the micellar water and not like moisturizing and stuff like that. So, I mean, this one is actually like I love this color. And look at, woo! And finally, for the last one, I'm going to do this one a little bit differently just because there's so many Blurples in the Walhalla 2 palette that I'm going to kind of go dimensional. I'm going to go in with that Voldemorphy M506, and I'm going to go in with the color Fury. That's the mid-tone one, and it's not much darker than the lightest color. Good start. I'm going to go in with my Zoeva 227, and I'm going to go into the color Wicked. And I'm going to use this to blend this out. And since I am going to make this a dimensional look, I'm going to go all the way to the brow. You know, my people with hooded eyes are going to know that I have to go to the brow or I don't have enough room to do what I need to do. It's like fucking painting a fucking panoramic portrait on a fucking piece of rice. My eye space is so small, you know. I love it already. I'm just kind of going 50% on and 50% off, but more than that, you know. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I'm going to kind of wipe off this Jessup 234, and I'm going to go into the color Wicked, the lighter blue Blurple, and I'm going to do my lid in the lightest color. And then I'm going to use my Voldemorphy M506, and I'm going to go into the color Dream, and I'm going to use that to deepen up the crease. Ooh. 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 Kind of just making this a V right here. If you guys can tell, the way that my eye goes is like a fierce like dip right here. It's very difficult for me to get that blend right there. So I'm just kind of, you know, cat-eyeing it up and then pulling it above my brow bone. Ooh, that looks fucking good. Did you just see me? I got a tick. Damn. That's blending really nice too. I don't know if it's because it's already over the top, or if it's because Juvia's Place is really killing it on this. That looks fucking good. I'm just going in with no additional product on that Zoeva 227. I'm going to go into that color Dream, the darkest color, and just, ooh, that doesn't work very well without primer at all. But as I said before, my eyes are in pretty rough condition right now. That looks so pretty. Nice. Okay, that's all of my Blurples. I'm gonna go do a look really quickly and I'll be back when I'm done. So this is the look I created. Can you guys guess what palette I used? I used my Pretty Zombie Cosmetics lip color in Strange, my Milk Makeup gel liner in black. It doesn't really matter because they don't fucking make them anymore anyways, which is really sad because this is the best black liner, like cream liner, that I've ever used. I used my ColourPop BFF mascara in Blew Ya Mind, my Miss Fury eye wigs, and I didn't use any blush or do anything. I did use my Moonlighter by Black Moon Cosmetics in Jellyfish because it just matched too good to not do it, and it does have that eerie, deathly glow that honestly I could probably just wear this as a shadow and it would match my hair really well. So, oh, and I use my Catrice One Drop Coverage to cover up this filthy zit that I have right here. So my final thoughts on the best Blurples that I own out of the palettes that I'm not gonna lie, the Blue Blood palette, Blue Monday color, was probably one of my favorite colors, color-wise, but Jeffree Star's an ass, so So it's a loser. Honestly, I think I used the wrong brush. I think it would have performed better if I would have used a different brush. But as it sits right now, it was the worst performing of them all. And it was unfairly measured with a different brush than any of the others. So I did love the color. The color looked really good with my hair. Coming in second to last. So that was just like a side note. So the last was the Abh Norvina, just because I didn't really care for the darker color as much. It was a little too navy and it made me not really like it as much. Performance wise, it did fine. It blended good. It had dimension, which is great. I just didn't care for the navy aspect of the C3, and I think maybe if I would have tried B2 without it, it would have looked a little more closer to the color that I was looking for. The Sugarpill Mini Fun Size palette, I'm not comparing it, I'm saying this color of Blurple was actually the lightest of all the colors that I used, and although it still blended well, it still was pretty pigmented, it wasn't as pigmented as the rest of them, and it didn't really get the impact that I wanted, and it also didn't match my hair color. And honestly, a lot of you are probably going, bitch, that's blue. Your hair's fucking blue. It is blue. It's a strange blue with a hint of purple, and I hope that you guys can all see that. So anyways, it just came in so far down because of that fact. The It's Freaking Bats comes in next because honestly, we're getting down to like me splitting hairs. So I loved this color. It looked great with my hair. It performed really well. I would absolutely use it. And the only reason why it scored lower was because it's not as versatile as far as what I can do with the palette. As far as my eye look. Now I could go green and this color definitely would look good, but there's basically only a one and done and one as far as the blurples go. This is pretty blurple as far as like just an inner corner highlight, or I could use this as a lid shade. It's just a lot less appealing to me than the next ones. I'm gonna compare the Alma. So I just feel like the Alma has so many weird purples that I could use to wear with the color Blurple that's in here. And so I felt like that made it a little more versatile, but basically the It's Freaking Bats and the Alma Blurple are tied. They both performed really well. They were both super pigmented. They both blended out. Like they both did all the things that I wanted, and they both matched my hair. So they're tied for that particular shade of Blurple, the lighter. They're tied. And honestly, I feel like I'm probably going to wear both of these with my new hair. So the Alma just scored a little higher because it had so many other options with the Blurple. Maybe they don't. Apparition is a option too. I'm an ass. Maybe I'm wrong. So number 2 is the Exoplanet, just based on purely performance. The color, it worked on the lid. It was dimensional when I blended it. I did have difficulty blending it out, but if I don't go all the way to the eyebrow, it's like basically the winner on its own as a singular color. Also, I really like the thought of this like pink going with my hair. Like this berry color. I think that berry is going to look really good with this hair color, and so I just pictured that, and honestly for that reason alone, the color berry, that's probably, I'm going to be probably doing blurples and berries with this shade of hair color. So, and then the Wahala 2 took it. I mean, you guys know I created this look with the Wahala 2, and I'm just going to tell you, every single one of these shimmers, Bold is the color that I used on my lid, and I just could get dimensional. I could do a one and done. They all performed really well. They weren't quite as pigmented as the other shadows, but all in all, I mean, this is an entire Blurple fucking section. So how could it have not been the winner? So the winner, what I did this look with is the Wahala 2, and the Wahala 2 takes it for the Blurple of the year. It's the Blurple winner. So that's all there is. I know that at least at some point everyone has thought, I wonder what the best Blurple is. So honestly, they all performed really well except the Jeffree Star one, and I don't know if that's because of the brush that I used. I'll probably wear the Jeffree Star one because honestly, I can wear Jeffree Star in the world. Nobody fucking asks me what I'm wearing when I'm going to work and shit. Nobody goes, oh my God, that's a fantastic Blurple. What palette is that? Nobody fucking does that, right? And so I probably can wear that, at which point I would give it more of an opportunity. I did spend $58 fucking on it. And I don't know if you guys remember when that palette launched, but I was literally waiting for like 5 hours on my laptop to get that palette. So, I mean, can I use it? I'd like to use it at least sometimes. So anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this video and you want to see more content like it, or if you just like my sparkling personality and my boyish charm. Honestly, you guys are usually pretty happy with my content, and I try to take it outside the box whenever I can. I'm not gonna do a swatch comparison with every color. I might do some colors, I might not. You never know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I honestly haven't seen a Blurple comparison, period, but I also haven't looked. So don't forget to hang out with me in the comments and let me know. Tell me, talk to me, you guys. Tell me what you think. And thank you so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me, and I totally appreciate you. Later. Slayer.